Hey guys, Taylem here, and I got some good news for all of us modding aficionados. Vortex has released an alpha to the public on Nexusmods. Now, some of you might be wondering, well, what the heck is Vortex? Vortex is Nexusmods' official replacement for Nexus Mod Manager, which has long been needing to be replaced. It is headed up by Tannen, who is, of course, the creator of the popular mod organizer, which unfortunately has been shelved in favor of getting a paying gig to develop Vortex, and come on, who can blame him? Now, we have been waiting quite a while for Vortex to come out in any manageable form to be used, and when I finally got a hold of the program myself, I kind of had mixed feelings on it. It felt very user-friendly, a little chaotic to get a handle on at first, but overall, as I began to experiment more with it, it actually became, very easy to use. Now, as far as the advanced tools go, I think it has a long way to go to compete with Mod Organizer. Mod Organizer had a very clean and systematic appearance to it, almost like working out of a very manageable Windows Explorer, so to speak. You had your lists. It was very easy to remove unwanted files from a mod, to just hide it and not be loaded. It also kept the install directory for Skyrim or Fallout completely clean. Everything was loaded virtually, and it was great. Now, unfortunately, with Vortex, it seems like everything is actually hard linked. A lot of the files are put into the install directory, and I don't think I care for this very much. I really hope they change that or have an option to determine how you want these files linked. The hard linked or maybe some kind of virtual linkage instead. But as I said, it is still an alpha. There is a lengthy way to go before we get a stable beta release, probably at least a couple months. So if you're interested in trying this out, you can go ahead and download it. It's free. All you need is a Nexusmods account, which is also free, whether you want to pay to become premium without ads or just your basic free ad-present account. Now note, I did not notice any ads in the Vortex Alpha itself, but I do have a premium account, so that may play a factor, but I don't know. I can't see them putting ads into this program because there's plenty of ads on the Nexus website itself as you're looking through mods, so I wouldn't understand them putting it in the Vortex program. Alright, so what I'm going to do is, this is the page with the announcement as well as the download at the bottom right here, the special mod page. I suggest you read all this before you download, just so you have an idea of what is going on. Well, once you have done that, we're going to go ahead and just close this, and I'm going to launch Vortex just so you guys can kind of see the program itself. Now, as you can tell, if you're familiar with Nexus Mod Manager, it is keeping with the same color scheme, but it's got this spiffy new logo here. And this, of course, is the default open screen for when you first run Vortex. Now, what you need to do is you will need to log in or register. Basically, this just auto-connects you to the Nexus site. It'll pop up open in your browser. You'll log in, you'll click on Authorize, and then it will automatically load you up here with your account. And then, at this point, you're good to go. All you'll need to do is you go over to Games here and go to Discover Game. Goes, hey, it found Fallout 4, Fallout New Vegas, The Sims 4, and Skyrim Special Edition. Well, I only want to manage Skyrim, so I'll just click on Manage, and boom, it'll pop it up right here. And when you first do it, you might get this message here like mods can't be deployed. That's because you need to set your paths. Now, just a quick suggestion to you. When you download Vortex, you're going to have two choices. You're going to have the top one and the bottom one. The bottom one is a custom location where you can install it to anywhere you want. The top one will automatically put it in your program files or program files directory. I don't recommend that. I recommend downloading the second one and putting it on an SSD somewhere where it's not in a Windows managed directory. Like I put mine on my D drive SSD under my games category under Vortex. It's just something quick and easy, and I really recommend that all of you do that. Now, the download path, see, this will tell you exactly where that goes. Change this. Do not have it go into your app data. You don't want this. You want to put your downloads on, say, an HDD, because this is where your downloaded archives are going to be stored, and you don't want them sucking up a lot of space. So I'm going to put mine in under my game utilities, under Vortex, under mods, select folder, and now all my downloaded content is going to go there. The install path, you want this to go on an SSD. This is where all the mods are going to be installed. I'm going to put this in my D drive under my Vortex and just click on, let's see, mods. Let's make a new folder. Let's call it mods. Okay. Actually, let's keep it uniform. They apparently don't like to capitalize, so we'll just go mods, select it, select folder, and there you go. My install path is now D Games Vortex mods, and the base path, I also want to get rid of this. I'm going to go ahead and I'm actually going to leave this here. In fact, now that I'm looking at how this works here, I'm going to change this up just a little bit. New folder. I'm actually going to put in Skyrim SE. I'm going to move the mods folder into that. And what we're setting up right now is the base path. So I just want to use that one. Click select folder. And this go to mods. There we go. And I should be able to click apply. And there we go. It's all set up. Now right now they just have the hard link deployment. I don't know if they're going to have any different methods available. I hope they do. I'm hoping for a virtual method. Therefore, the install directory would just remain unmolested. But at this point, you can go over and go to plugins, and it will show you all the plugins for your game. And then we can go over here to save games, and it'll actually show you any save games that are set up for the profile. I have a testing save right here. But what we can do, let's go up to dashboard, and we're going to go over to settings. And here you can actually check some, where's it at? Interface, there we go. I personally like to use advanced mode as well as enable profile management. If you're comfortable with using a program like this, I suggest you do that as well. So you can actually get a better handle on what to do here. So let's go up to dashboard now that that's done. And as you can see, we have some tools here that we can set up for Skyrim. These are all on here by default, but they're grayed out. That's because they're not set up. But these are the programs that are recommended for you to have if you're going to mod Skyrim. But we will get more into that in other videos. I just wanted to give you guys kind of a once over of what I see here. It's going to take some getting used to, but this is pretty much what we're going to have to mod Fallout 4 and Skyrim Special Edition especially, because the older versions of Mod Organizer that are now defunct don't really work well on the newer games, plus any games that come out in the future. And this is going to have support for God knows how many years from now. So this is a tool we're all going to have to get used to. Let's go to profiles. Here you can actually add a new profile, which we will do. We'll click on that. We're going to call it Taylem's build, just for the heck of it. And here you can say that yes, you want it to have your own saved game file specific for this profile. You can also have its own setting. Now this will give this particular profile its own set of INI files. So anytime you edit those files, you'll be editing it just for this profile, which is actually the way I recommend it, because various mods require different changes that other mods may not need. So you want to make sure and have your profile set to have their own everything. Their own save games, their own settings, etc. And just click save, and it's over here now, and you can go ahead and click on enable, and it will do its little spiel, and now this profile is officially activated. And at this point we can go over to mods here, but as you can see we don't have anything installed, so I'm going to go ahead and install something manually. Install from file. Let's go over here to downloads. Actually, my desktop, isn't that where I put it? Yeah, okay, let me see. Right here I got my SKSE Special Edition script files for SKSE. I like to install it this way. That way when I do an update or want to check the Skyrim Special Edition install directory, it is completely clean. Hence my not liking the fact that for right now this does a hard link and copies everything over there, which I'm not really a fan of. So we'll go ahead and open that. It'll do its thing, and here we go. It is now installed, but it is not activated. In order to activate it, we have to actually click on this, and now it is officially enabled. And at this point, we can pull this down, we can go to File Manager, and it will show us the files here. And here it is in Mods, SKSE. Now let's jump into the Skyrim Special Edition here. Let's go to Data, and go to Scripts, and there's everything right there. But let's go ahead and just leave this open, and let's go to Remove. Just remove the mod, don't remove the archive. So we remove the archive, I believe it completely deletes it, and we don't want that. Now if we go back into here, you see it is now completely empty. This is what I meant by copying it to the install directory. It's not something I favor, and I honestly hope it changes, but we will have to see. They might not have been able to get it to work properly the other way. I'm just dubious about this because I like to keep that directory completely and utterly 100% clean. It makes it much easier to ensure when you're swapping between builds for testing mods that everything is completely just spick and span. So I really hope that gets sorted out, and soon. Alright guys, well I hope this was informative, and I just want to end on a note that now that Vortex is available, I am going to be hitting Skyrim hardcore. I know a lot of you have been waiting for me to get back into doing things for Skyrim, and I'm telling you that now that time has come. Not only for Skyrim Special Edition, but also for Fallout 4. Because I really like the versatility that Mod Organizer offered, and with all this time without a good mod organizer for those newer games, it's been not very fun to mod, to be honest with you, the way I like to mod. I mean, I could do modding through the Nexusmod Manager, but that's clumsy. I really don't like it. And manually doing mods is just completely out of the question because that's messy. Tweaking Mod Organizer 2 to work properly was never to my satisfaction. It always had limitations and problems, and it just started to not be fun. But with this out, participate. If you try this, hey, give feedback. Things you like, things you don't like, give ideas. As long as it's constructive and done politely, you know, knock yourself out. Alright guys, this is Taylem. I hope you liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. And if you feel so inclined, share it with somebody. Join my community. I would love to have you guys.